leverage that you need in terms of targeting the right audience and getting that click back to the right place. Ads are much more effective, and it's a deep subject. I can spend a day up here telling you just about how to run ads on Facebook. Purchasing likes. Purchasing likes is generally not a hugely effective tool, but where it is effective is if you're new to the market and you need to gain a little bit of credibility. You need your page to look like it has some traction. You can buy likes and get people to like you. They're generally not worth anything other than a number, but it does give you some credibility. Sponsored content in places like LinkedIn. You can create content that you can then sponsor and get it into the right, into an audience that is right for the content that you're publishing and obviously right for your business. And then video. Video is huge. It is the future of all communication and advertising in terms of small and medium-sized businesses. And video does not have to be complicated. It can be very simple when it comes to social media. Interesting fact is that 80% of videos watched on Facebook are watched without sound. Now, one of the things that people do is create these fantastic videos with great narration nobody ever hears. So one of the things that you need to look at, for instance, when you're putting out videos, put subtitles so that people actually see your message. So there's lots of ways you can pay for your advertising and get the message out there. So when you're paying for this, you're paying for your ads, you're paying for your videos, you're wanting to get it out there, one of the most effective tools, and particularly in Facebook, is audiences. Now there's a section within the Facebook platform, in the advertising platform, to go and create an audience. Now I chatted a little bit yesterday about benefit and identifying your benefit and driving that benefit to the right market. And one of the keys to successful marketing is obviously making sure that you're hitting the highest concentration of possible customers. So creating the right audience is key. And Facebook, without doubt, is the most effective targeting mechanism on the planet. There's nothing else that comes close. Quick aside, a gentleman in the United States towards the end of last year decided that he'd had enough. He wanted to know what Facebook knew about him. And so he ended up having to take him to court to find out. And eventually he won, and Facebook produced a 1,300-page document. That's what they knew about him. That's the average. Facebook knows so much about you, but as a social media marketer, that is fantastic news because you can target. So audiences become one of your key methods for targeting. Once you've created an ad and you know where you're sending it, and people start to see your ad, the next thing you need to do, and one of the biggest mistakes people make, is take those clicks through to a web page, the business web page. Now, if you are, let's say, selling mattress cleaning services, and somebody's clicked on your ad because they really like the idea of mattress cleaning, and they've got a new baby coming into the house and they want to spruce everything up, and they click on the ad and they go through to a page that talks about all sorts of cleaning, from upholstery and carpets to windows and all sorts. You've probably lost that person. You've got between 3 and 7 seconds to grab their attention. So what you need to do is get that person through to a page, a landing page as we call it, that talks to them about the offer they just clicked on. So it needs to be talking about mattress cleaning. And landing pages and conversion pages, which obviously follow on, are a huge part of actually having success in this space. So your landing page needs to reflect the right thing. So the thing that this one needs to reflect is clean mattress for £19.95 each, and it's talking to the customer about what they want. The main aim of any campaign that you put out there must actually be to remove your client or your prospect from the social media platform. And the reason we want to do that is we want to know who they are. Because one of the biggest advantages of any social media campaign is that you can remarket and retarget. So when somebody has clicked on the ad for mattress cleaning and they land on the page, we know who they are. And we can send ads to them on an ongoing basis. Onto their timeline, onto their Facebook timeline, they'll keep seeing ads. And this is particularly interesting because in marketing, I'm sure you're aware that it takes between 3 and 7 touches to actually convert a customer. So the first time they see that ad, they probably went past it. But by the 3rd or the 5th time, you've got a good chance of actually getting that click and getting them through. So you can greatly increase the effectiveness of your campaigns by running through a process like this. So the message is obviously, that all businesses have to use online to generate business. There's no two ways about it. You've got to be there. The question is obviously, do I do it myself or do I hire someone to do it for me? Now, you've got to weigh up obviously where you are, and the question here always comes in budget. Very often the decision is made because of the budget. But the digital marketing landscape has changed so quickly. It is just changing on an ongoing basis, and the techniques that were used yesterday are not as effective today. So it can be tackled. You can do it on your own. You can certainly get out there and get on a course, get all the information you need, and start to implement. But what we find is that there are a few people out there that have the aptitude and have the interest and the time, because it takes time, and they can do it, and it is possible. But getting that to work for you very often leaves a business owner very despondent about the space and getting an effective result out of it. So a good marketing agency will help you navigate this and get you to the right place so that you're seeing results. And choosing the right agency can be hugely beneficial to you in terms of actually creating a campaign that works. And I spoke yesterday about sustainable and robust, predictable. Those are keys when you put out a campaign. You want to absolutely know that when you turn on that campaign, you will be seeing 3 phone calls a day. You'll be seeing 50 leads a month. You know exactly what's going to come through the door. So the DIY way is seen as the cheap way. Very often it turns out not to be. There's nothing wrong with understanding this space, because when you do employ somebody, you can ask the right questions and ensure that the right thing is being done. So you can make some ads, set up an account, and put the ads up, but don't make that mistake and send them to your website. Create that chain through the landing pages. The expert is often seen as the expensive way, and the setup fees, the monthly fees, and what happens if it doesn't work? I've spent this money, and nothing's happened. A message we hear so much. The message I want to give you here today is that whatever your investment is, whether you do it yourself or you hire an agency, that 5 times is your worst case scenario. That's what you've got to be getting. Whatever you put in, that's what you've got to be getting out. So if you're in the space and you can invest £3,000 in a social media campaign, now I'm talking whether you're investing that in Facebook yourself, or you've hired an agency and that forms the whole budget, that needs to be your return to have an effective campaign working. That is an effective campaign. And it doesn't matter what your budget is. If it's lower, you can still see the same results. So if you put in that £300, you need to be seeing the results. And so often, that's where we get lost. But that is your meter, your guide, in terms of how a social media campaign should work and what you should be getting out of it. So the brief here today was obviously to talk about social media on a shoestring budget. It can happen, you can do it on a shoestring budget, but make sure you're getting the returns. The returns are your guide to whether you are successful or not, and that 5 times is the standard. You need to be above that. We very, very often will see returns in the 10 to 20 times on most campaigns, and it's absolutely can be done. So it's not about the budget, it's about the return. So I've given you just a very small taster here today of what can be done and what you can do. The message about the system is so important and will drive your results. So please, if you take away anything from me today, it's not about the budget, it's about what you're going to get out of it. And please, as you go out there, whether you do it yourself or you hire somebody to do it, aim at that 5 times. And if you're not getting it, that person or yourself is not working for you. Thank you. Any questions?
Yeah, Clive, I have a question. Excellent presentation. Actually, when I'm told that it's your presentation, I just told my client, look, I have a very important business, so let me call you back.
Good. Thank you.
And it's amazing the way that you are presenting. It's absolutely wonderful. Because it is not made this clear to me by the guys who are trying to sell me. Okay. So the question that I have is that how do you know it's 5 times that it will return back? I mean, how did you arrive at that metric?
That metric is our worst case scenario.
Okay. Worst case scenario?
Worst case.
Wow, what's the best then?
As I say, we're often in the teens in terms of return.
So there could be a middle and there is an average.
Yeah. Our average is about 10.
So.
We see 10. Yeah, 5 times is your worst case scenario. And that would be in an environment where you can see lower sales.
And how do you see the ROI? I mean, like, okay, so when you say 5 times, is this you would bring a lead to the client's site, or is it the actual sale that takes place? I believe it's not marketing is not sale. I understand.
No, it is.
It is? Oh,
it is
okay.
the sale.
Okay.
It is absolutely the sale. It needs to be the sale. And when I speak about, I chatted yesterday about that whole cycle. It's about taking the customer to conversion. And that's what that 5 times is. You want to see the conversion. Otherwise, what am I doing? I can send you leads all day. That's not hard. But you want to convert. You want customers. You want them coming back.
Right. Yes.
And that's what it's about. So it's absolutely about the sale. Yeah.
Thank you.
Anything else? If anyone wants to chat afterwards, happy to chat. Thank you very much for the time.